Alright, record. And you see my face. You see my face properly? And sure you don't cut off my head.
There.
Alright, so welcome back to my channel, guys. In Guelph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Ontario. Enjoying the moment so far. Went to the mall today. I was, chauffeured by Mrs. and Mr. Green. I'm at the back of the house. It's a cool temperature. My videographer is yet to explain to me the difference between Celsius and Fahrenheit. So it has been a great experience so far. There's so much to learn here. I'm on a tight schedule and timing in terms of to get back to America. I have like 3 days, so I'm trying my best to capture some moments to share with you on the journey. But for sure, what stands out mainly is the temperature. But it rather, as you go, you get acclimatized to the whole temperature. But the sleep was great last night. I was worried that I wouldn't have been able to sleep, but I did. Taking on the journey. Tomorrow is a marathon. We'll be running tomorrow, church. So it's 5 minutes to 5, leaving the family for the first time since I've gotten here. Won't be sleeping with my wife for about 3 days, and I won't see the kids for about 3 days, running to Canada. So I'm leaving out, so wish me luck. She's gonna take me for a drive. Yeah, she had been driving for some time now, so but she can manage. No? She can manage me on a foreign road. Jamaica she could, but she kind of scared here, so. And yeah, the kids are asleep, so we are going to push out and forward back. So see you guys on the journey as we are going to Canada for the first time together. Alright?
Turn left.
It's nice to be chauffeur driven. What's that chauffeur? Chauffeur driven. And not turn already. There's a big one there. Yeah, so I've carried me for the first
at the light.
of the
Turn
many
left
trips
onto State Route 21 South.
Of the many trips to come. So yeah, we're heading to the airport approximately 5 minutes after 5. I wish I could have traveled with them, but duty calls and I'm just running for 4 days until leave, so best to stay home. So she do her thing. She's not nervous now, she could. A big man. That's what time she drive now. On
In 3.7 miles, take exit 104 towards Savannah Hilton Head International Airport.
Trying to get to the next flight, short window, connected flight to Toronto. The flight is 9:14 and it's now 8:30, I believe. So I'm trying to find E11. So see you soon. So leaving now to Toronto, 2 hours flight. I'm at the back. I'm way at the back. First time finding the extreme back. But yeah, it's a good journey, man. It pays to live in the kingdom and living in the name of Jesus. Yeah, this is no wishful thinking. It's just a matter of working hard and not working in vain, but working in the name of Jesus. So God is good, and I thank Him for what He has been doing in my life and my family's life, and we hope to be a blessing to others. It's all about kingdom expression, changing life through effective living. Yes, man. Peace out. Boom. Guys, I'm finally in Canada. and the first thing that greeted me is the air condition outside. I mean, I felt like I stepped into an air conditioned unit. It's really cool right now. I mean, it's crazy, but I like it. It's cute. Yeah, it's cute. Here waiting on my luggage to collect my luggage. I just cleared the immigration officers. It was rather calm, interesting, not as busy as the US for certain, and yeah, they're quite relaxed, and you got to know what you're coming here about. You have to know what you're doing. So I'm happy that I'm in good standing, and it's a great experience to be here in Canada for the first. I was saying to you guys, the first thing that greeted me, I think, is the same sentiment shared by everyone who would have traveled here. It's a temperature change. It's now October the 13th, and I'm here, and I mean, like, when I step outside, it's like air conditioned. You get me? So I'm here. This is the best time in Canada. This is the temperature everybody likes. I'm telling you, this is not the regular. You know, I'm here waiting on Dr. Reverend Green. It's a nice experience. I'm just grateful, privileged. Just for 4 days I could capture, because we have a tight schedule working with. So yeah, man, hope to have a lot of fun. Got about 2 hours sleep last night, but I feel rejuvenated. It's like I feel revived, so it can really make a difference when you take a break from the regular routine, Yeah, man, it does. It's day 3, guys. I'm in Canada. No, day 2 rather. Yeah, day 2. And it feels really cool out here. My hands feel a little bit nitpicking. And we're heading to church, fasting service. It's a busy weekend for service and building the kingdom. So yes, it's rather nice. Rain falls here in Canada. It's a good experience. It's pretty similar like US. Roads are similar, the houses are similar. So not much difference. So see you on the way, alright? Falls in Canada, guys. Yeah, it's rather cool. I'll take the temperature and let you know what temperature it is like on the 14th of October. Yeah, good experience. Canada is similar like UK, to be frank with you, so it's just the temperature, at least for where we live, is a difference. When my hands start feeling really numb, and I just came out in like 3 minutes, and my hands are feeling rather numb. I'm at First Church, guys. Enjoying the experience so far. It's pretty cool. 50 degrees Celsius here in Ontario, York. Here for my service at First Church in Canada. Kingdom building as usual. We're changing life to effective living. So take you on the journey with us. So you see that it's all about kingdom building and growing, Alright, cool. October. So back at work. It's now 50 degrees Celsius in Canada at York here in Ontario. And yeah, it's pretty similar. It looks just like US for the most part. But the temperature, at least in comparison to ours, is way different. So I'm just giving you a full view of the experience here. Alright. So yes, it's a tight schedule for a weekend being here, but the Greens still decided for us to stop by the mall. As you can see, we're here in what's the name of that? Kosh. How you pronounce it? This is Green. How you pronounce that word? Oshkosh. So we're in Oshkosh. So we're clothing her, so we decided to get a few things. She decided to treat the Paris and Semaj in advance at Kosh Kosh. So tell me what you think. I like it here. It's cool. Inside the mall, it's a covering, so inside here is warm. So I like that. I like the winter there. The winter clothing, they are expensive though. So yeah, it's not weather cost. Yeah, weather cost. So as you can see, yeah, my wife asked me to ensure that I vlog so she can see what's happening here. Yeah, cool. So cool. Let me know what you think. Hush Kosh. So this is what Rusheda will love. This is MAC Makeup Studio here in Guelph. So Rusheda, this is for you. A quick look of what you like. So we're at the mall, Shanghai 360. Just got some food here. It's look nice. I know my wife would enjoy this. Yeah, it's nice. That's Lady Green in the background. Yeah, barbecue. It's really nice. Yeah, I like it. I hope it tastes as good as it does. That's Sir Green. And tell me what you think about it, guys. It's nice. Oh, and this is my little buddy, John Mark, live and direct. He wants to be hired as my new cameraman, right, John Mark? Yeah. What they call this mall again? Stone what? Stone Roll Mall, yeah. It's really nice here, guys, really nice. Ontario, Canada. Yeah. Well, whoa, this inside, man. So my wife asked me to ensure I get some clips in advance before she gets here. When she gets here, she'll come by herself because I won't waste all my day with all those stuff. Good morning, everybody. So it's the 15th of October. Trust you're doing well this morning. We're getting ready for church. It will be a marathon today, 2 or 3 services. I think it's 2 services today. So I'm getting ready for church. It's approximately 6 degrees Celsius outside. So it's pretty cool. Well, rather the coolest I've had since I've been here. And it's not bad. My body kind of getting accustomed to it a little bit, so it's not so bad. Not really a culture shock that I would have felt when I just got here. So yeah, it's a full black. Yeah, full black. I forgot my tie, so hopefully the Reverend Green can lend me one of his. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. See you soon. We'll be praying for you. All right, blessings. Today is October the 15th. I'm heading to First Church in Canada to pay for their morning service and evening service. The experience has been great so far. Really delighted to be here, to be hosted once more by the Greens family. It has been an interesting and a rewarding experience so far. The temperature is as you get into the whole situation and being here, at least the temperature is not so bad. I'm getting so much used to it. Rather cool, but you know, by now you all should know, as time progresses, as we go more into the winter season, it gets really brutally cold. But so far today I saw it was at 6 degrees Celsius. So it's not bad, and I'm in my regular clothing that I would normally wear in the tropics. Just a normal shirt and a t-shirt underneath, and it's survival. You know, you can survive. What I've learned so far here in Canada that I want to share with you is that, one, you notice that you would notice rather that you don't see much fat, or we call them stout people here in Canada. When I asked Mrs. Green, why is it that, even though I wouldn't have had enough exposure to draw this rather quick conclusion, but she says Canadians are quite conscious about their health and how they look, and that's really interesting, and I like that, because we have to be health conscious in this time. As you know, the weather is one that you have to bear in mind as you think about here, for sure. The food is good. The malls are pretty similar to what is in United States. So I'm happy to have had the experience to compare both first world country. Driving on the road is basically similar. I've not yet gone into like Atlanta, the bigger city the bigger cities rather in United States of America, but I'm assuming it's somewhat similar in terms of the rush and the number of lanes on either side. So that would have been rather an interesting, point to note for me. But the road is pretty similar. You drive on the right hand as you would have done in America. There is some level of uniformity that the Americans try to, or the Northern America, which is Canada, America, and all those countries, they try to maintain. So you find that the postal system is similar, the driving system is similar, and there are a number of similarities. But the noting obvious change is the condition, the weather in Pose or in comparison to that in Atlanta. The houses are pretty much the same. You'll find that, for me, because I would have seen some of these houses in Georgia, Savannah, Georgia. So I'm seeing that uniformity, and that is very interesting. So either options, if you're thinking of migrating, is really a good one. So it's just what you prefer. Maybe later on I will share some more, and I would also want to give you a pre-experience as to how I would have gotten to Canada and how I would have gone about the process with the visa, the experience. I hope I can remember and recall as best as possible to help those who are coming, and just to give you a narrative of both, and then you can choose which one you'd rather, which one would suit your interests. There are many ways to get here in Canada. Weigh a lot, but without careful consideration, without careful understanding, you'll make a bad decision. So you need to understand how you go about these pathways to Canada, and similarly you want to also check where, as we say, United States of America, how you'd want to, and how, well, let me wait until then when I talk about how we would have gotten to America, and also the United Kingdom, all three options, but we chose America, and I'll tell you later on why we would have done so. And it's not, again, not a roadmap for everybody. You have to choose for yourself, but for you to choose, you have to make an informed decision. So it's just 4 days I'm spending here, not a very long experience. So I just hope that my vlogging and experience will help somebody. I wish I could have gone in more details, but based on time constraint and my schedule, I'm unable to spend longer, but hopefully in the future we can. All right, cool. So there you go, right, and as you would have done in America. So there's some, and when I asked Reverend Green about it as well, he said that there is some level of uniformity that the Americans try to, or the Northern America, which is Canada, America, and all those countries, they try to maintain. So last day here. I'm about to leave to the airport. That's been a great experience so far. That's been a chilly one too. This is the worst I've had since I've been here. It's really cold. My fingers, you notice I just place my hands inside the sweater here. It's about what, 9 degrees Celsius. So I wanted to know that I have been enjoying my experience here so far. It has been really good. I stayed here with the Greens. They have been so hospitable. We have been in conversation from last year because, well, you would know later on that Canada was one of my options that my wife and I, we were weighing to as we sought to migrate. And so Reverend Green and I would have been in dialogue for quite some time. From last year when I was so frustrated in wanting a change and a difference. And we would have made contact, and then sometime in April, yeah, sorry about that, sometime in April we spoke, and he asked of me to go and apply for my Canadian visa. We did. In the same time that we were applying for America, so I had to be doing 2 applications and learning the interface of both of them. So we managed to get our visas. We were supposed to be here from April last year. No, this year, sorry. April this year, but there was some strike with IRS workers, so the applications were delayed. And so we happened now to get here. We were supposed to again make a visit in July, but then we were just arriving in America. So Reverend Green and I thought it would have been too much of a rush to be running from America to Canada, given that we would have just landed like 3 days in America to leave for Canada when we had so much to get done in America. So fast forward to now, here am I in October. I wanted to take care of the family with me, but because of the many moving parts we had dealing with, it was best for me to come. I came and I visited church. I lent my assistance in the musical ministry, and it has been a great experience. The fasting service was so good. I've always had a fear for fasting services because of how it was done back home, but they made it so warm, so spiritual. Just thinking about it now makes me fall in love with Jesus all over again. It was a great experience. And so last night we had 2 services for the day. We stayed at the Johnson's house, the house of Pastor Johnson, the associate pastor. We had a great time, fellowship. I learned a great deal of knowledge from Reverend Dr. Green. One of such he taught me is that you have to give people grace, in that you don't call people wicked. Because I've had some harsh reaction and harsh treatment from people who my wife and I have had it together, from person that we thought should have had our backs, and they never did. And so when I remember talking with Reverend Green and we spoke, and he shared with me how you can't call people wicked. You have to see the good. And for me to reach a place where I call someone wicked, that it would have been a really tough experience. So it has been really great, guys. There's so much more to share, but just let you know that Canada is a nice place, just like US. It's really cool. So it's really cool, and it gets very cold. So you gotta know what you're doing. It's the first time actually wearing this. I bought it to come up, and I never, I wore this simple sweater, but it's happy I took it because I'm feeling it now. So yeah, man. So we're leaving. Hope to see you guys soon. Hope to compile this visit. I don't know when I will be able to, because in a week time I'm going to Jamaica for 9 days to close off some loose ends, as I am anticipating to stay with my family. So we'll be in touch. See you guys. Cool. So guys, I'm heading back home to US. I'm at the airport here in Canada, Toronto airport. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. It's freezing cold. So see you guys soon. Heading out. Thanks much for being on the journey with me. I'm heading now to home, to the kids, to the family. Alright? Cool. So guys, I'm back at the terminal. I'm trying to do the process to log in, to check in rather. Here in Canada it's somewhat different. You have to self do your things. So yeah, that's where we are. Cool. Things are a little bit different here. You have to self-serve, at least for the most part. I'm going over there now to put on my luggages for the flight. For 1:13, roughly an hour and about 40 minutes away from the flight, and the customer service just now wasn't the best, but you know, we're working under pressure, so it happens. So I'm heading there now to drop off the luggage. Hold on, give me a second. I have my keyboard with me and my suitcase. So we're heading to the self-serve section at Toronto International Airport. I had a long walk. So we're going here. This is what it looks like. So I just cleared custom, so heading to terminal. This is inside the, well, at least where I'm at. It's beautiful, I like it. Different areas, it's cute, it's nice. So I'm heading to our area. We just cleared the custom for the US to get back into the US. Right, I'm like, it's right interesting, because I would have come through earlier to get to Canada and then leaving back to the US. It feels as though I'm just traveling, and they were rather stern. So I don't know how people do it who are illegal. I just don't understand. Trust me, I don't understand. So the place is nice, it's cute inside here. So I'm gonna just have an hour to go before my flight, and thank God I'm cleared, I'm good. So I'm gonna sit back, relax, get some work done in the meantime, and get myself sorted out. Alright? See you guys. As usual, thank you for being on the journey with me. It's a lot of work, but here we are. But we're there still. We are holding together. Yeah man, we are holding together. Cool. Back in the building, people. Straight. You have consistent. You have to try to be consistent. You see the body there, I don't even know me can. We're back. He's back. Semaj, where are you, Semaj? Where are you? Where you are? Yeah. Daddy's back for a very short time again. We're not chat too much, so we're out. Yeah, you like it?
It's supposed to fit me nice.
Yeah, I still can't pick it out. Courtesy of Mrs. Green and I. And she make sure I should tell, make a note say her handiwork went into it and I'm alone. In fact, she so you like unique stuff, so one store that she normally go, so
she normally shop.
Yeah, I think she's got that one there, I believe, yeah.